What's up, my peoples? It's your boy E here, man. And look, I just want to speak about something, man. You know, you ever think about the unspoken language? Because there is an unspoken language in so many different situations in life. So many things that's just spoken without being spoken. So many things that you can see, and there's something that you can read between the lines in this whole picture. It's just things that you can see when you live in life, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm the type that likes to go off of the unspoken language, because see, the unspoken language will tell you more than what a person will tell you or even want to tell you. Like, it's gonna basically speak for itself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people might say, oh, you might be paranoid. No, well, sometimes that happens too. But but when it's an unspoken language, it's just something that speaks through the situation. It ain't even just you thinking that your mind racing. No, it's just you seeing something that's being spoken through this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say, cause see, look, people will tell you everything now. People will tell you anything they want you to hear. They'll tell you anything they want you to hear, but they're gonna tell you all the good things, the good qualities about them. They're gonna tell you all the things that you should admire about them. They're gonna put all that on blast, right? But they're not gonna tell you none of the shortcomings, the things they need to work on, what they suffer. They're not gonna tell you all that shit. They're gonna only give you the glory stories. This is what people do. People gonna give you all their glory stories. They might tell you a few things, embarrassing things about them, just to make something funny maybe. But for the most part, they're not gonna let you know all their business. And so, like I say, you wouldn't know what a person's like until they start to show you some shit. So, like, people are gonna tell you a lot of shit, but what their actions show you is gonna tell you more. Even what they say gonna tell you more, gonna tell you a lot. Not what they tell you about them, but what speaks to you about them through what they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say somebody who always talking down on somebody or talking behind somebody back. Let's just say you just got to work, you ran into this person, now you talking a little bit, and they talking all crazy about this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talking about them right after they was already giving them a handshake and saying hey and all that shit, and now they're talking to you about them. You know what I'm saying? Talking all type of mess. They knew them before they knew you, but all of a sudden they telling you about all the bad things about them, but then they face just up there smiling and giving them a handshake. What does that speak to you? That's a language that's being spoken within that situation. What does it speak to you? Now, what it speaks to me is, it just tells me that this person right here is somebody who don't mind talking behind somebody's back and smiling in their face. They don't mind being a smile in your face and talk behind your back type of person. And just because they're talking to me about that person doesn't mean they won't be talking to somebody else about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already feel like I'm on the chopping block. I'm next. You know what I'm saying? I already feel like it's just when is it going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And that's none of my business, because I ain't supposed to be worried about motherfucking what they saying all day long. But I'm just saying, you already gonna feel like this is what they gonna do to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that speaks that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just like a person that you keep calling, but they won't answer your calls. They won't hit you back. You texting them, they won't say nothing to you. All that speaks, man. All that shit speaks, dog. That speaks. What does it tell you? It tell you that this person really don't fuck with you like you think they do. They don't like you like you think they like you. If a person like you, if a person really want to deal with you, they're going to find time for you. Hell, if they really care about you like that, they're going to make time for you. They are going to find they're going to feel like you are so valuable that they need to find some sort of space and time to cater to you for. And that's how that really go, man. Like, if a person care enough about you, they want to see you. They going to find that time for you to be saw, because they want to see you. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not doing that, then that just tells you they don't give a fuck. You He don't care like you think like you want them to care, like you hope for them to care. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, all that goes along with you trying to see the best in people, trying to, you know what I'm saying, wearing rose-colored glasses, hoping that, oh, maybe they just working a lot. Oh, but they ain't hit you in about a week. You've been calling them for a week. If they really cared about you, bro, you would not leave a person hanging for a week and not letting them know nothing, not even texting them saying, hey, I'm sorry I was late. All that, you ain't did none of that. You just left them on red the whole week. Come on, man. It speaks. And you just got to be able to listen to it. And sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because it hurt, dog. It hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to hear the truth I didn't want to think about the things that I knew was going on or what I felt was going on. I didn't even want to think about it being true. I just thought it's just the unspoken language was telling me everything. It was saying, hey, man, this person acting like this, man. You might need to, you don't know, man. They acting a little too funny. Like, you remember what this was last time. You know what I'm saying? I had that unspoken language there. I just wasn't trying to hear them. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you don't listen to it, that language that's speaking to you about the situation that you in, you tend to fall deeper into some shit. And you know, the deeper I did go when I didn't listen to it. So that's why nowadays it kind of is something that I kind of want to pride myself on doing nowadays. Like, because a lot of times I don't need to be, you know, tolerated or anything. I don't need, if I feel like you feel a certain way about me, I'm gonna back off. And it's just like, and I'm gonna tell y'all this story because this actually happened, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going out of town to go to work, right, and I would go to San Antonio a lot, right, and it's this dude, he stay in Houston too. You know, I will always catch the bus up there, but you know, sometimes I like to try to get a ride back with people because, you know, it's easier to get back. I don't have to wait all the way till the morning to be back home. I don't have to spend as much money. You know, I'm still gonna throw him something because you have to do that. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You're gonna pay for the bus. Why wouldn't you pay for that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? So I just look for that so I can do that in that type of manner, so I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, take so much time. And this is one cat that I know that goes back to Houston every time, and I asked him at least 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I always ask him for a ride back. And every time I asked him, he always gave me this excuse. Like, it was always some sort of excuse like, oh, nah, I'm finna meet up this chick, man. I'm gonna try to meet this chick. I think she ain't text me back, but I'm still gonna try, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? All that, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, oh, well, nah, I got some stuff to do. I gotta go pick up some stuff, and I'm gonna put it in the car. It might be, so my car gonna be full. I don't really, so yeah, no, so, you know, so after hearing all those excuses every time I've asked, I come to realize that the unspoken language within this whole situation is he don't want to give me a ride back to the house. He don't really want me riding with him. And it's okay. It's okay. Because after that, I stopped asking him. I never want to ask him again. You know what I'm saying? And like now, I think his car is broke down. So now ironically, he's riding with people now to work, out of town and things of that nature. Now he's riding with people. So you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, after that, I just knew that to stop asking him. I don't even want to ask you no more, bro. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I can get back home. So I don't have to, if I ask anybody for a ride, it's just so I can get home faster. And because I can't get home. I always going to be able to get home. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, it was a time where I went up there and I actually didn't have a way to get back home. And, because I ain't have no ride back and shit like that. But, you know, for the most part, like nowadays, I make sure I want to be able to get home either way. Like, if I'm asking you, it's only because I want to get home faster. But you don't have to take me, and I'm okay with you not taking me, even if, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to. You know, if you don't want to, it's cool. Like, even though I know that he don't want me riding with him, it's all right. It's okay. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I just know better now, and I'm going to make sure I can always get home without having to ask him or thinking about asking people, you know what I'm saying? Because I know they don't really want me to ride with them, you know what I'm saying? So like I say, man, it's just certain things that I see within the situations of life that just speaks, man. And you just gotta follow that shit sometimes, man. A lot of times we don't want to follow what we already know. It's just because we would rather it not be what we think it is or what we already know it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes we kind of brush it off and think like, oh nah, maybe it's something else. But shit be what it is, man. Especially when people show you more than one time, man. You gotta believe some shit after a while. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why nowadays, man, I just follow the unspoken language, man. Whatever, and that's how I maneuver through life, man. That's just how I do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody have to do it, but I'm just saying there is an unspoken language you should always make sure you pay attention to, because it's gonna tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's just, do you want to hear it is the question. You feel me? But anyways, man, I just wanted to shoot that at y'all, man. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation, man. You know what I'm saying? But for now, I'm out. Peace.